If you've subscribed to me long enough, I come out with one of these videos a year, and I try to find a way to describe just how our front office / coaching staff is playing the media against themselves, sort of making you look over here when you're doing something over here. Sleight of hand, David Blaine, ever heard of him? I think Josh McDaniels tricked me by trading for Davante Adams, because it showed that he's going to give it a go with Derek Carr, but not that he was all in. No. He needed to see if he could grasp the offense and run it the way that Josh McDaniels could envision Derek Carr running it, and it just never happened. And it's not exactly Derek Carr's fault. He's had John Gruden telling him, extend the play, hold on to the ball. And Josh McDaniels was the exact opposite. 3 steps out, 3 steps out. And that's a lot to process as a quarterback. However, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, to a lesser extent, it's really Josh pulling the strings here, have really figured out a way to absolutely hoodwink us again. And it's all starting with Jimmy G and when we signed him. I mean, think about it. If we're going to win a Super Bowl one day with this current regime, they don't have time to tank. But how are you going to get an all-world, life-changing quarterback if you don't tank? Well, you do your research on the guys in the later round. Think about the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy, and to a lesser extent, Trey Lance. They mortgaged everything to go up and get Trey Lance, a risky move which really never seems to work. Name me the last time a team has traded up to get a quarterback in the top 5 and it's actually worked. The Raiders were in a similar position. They had a bunch of ammunition and draft picks to go up and get an AR-15, to get a CJ Stroud, to get a Bryce Young. Panthers did that. We did not do that. Why? Because we saw that the San Francisco 49ers regretted doing so. But what is the key to all this? Brock Purdy. They found, with the last pick in the 7th round, a kid that could lead them to the promised land because they did their due diligence on scouting every single quarterback to the best of their ability. And they kept their team and fans happy by being competitive with a quarterback that can run the Kyle Shanahan offense. And who was that but Jimmy Garoppolo? The Raiders took a page from across the bay out of the San Francisco 49ers playbook and said, the only way we can keep our jobs, this is Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler talking, without tanking and get a quarterback that can learn the system as well as we want to, better than Derek Carr, is to get someone that could win games right now to keep us afloat and to keep the good vibes rolling. We stay in Vegas. We keep our jobs because we're competitive, and we show flashes of brilliance in the preseason with the rookie whose name is Aiden O'Connell. Now listen, I'm not blowing any minds here by telling you that their plan all along was to bring in a quarterback to learn under Jimmy Garoppolo. But they would not, absolutely under any circumstance, trade up to do so. So what do? They bring Jimmy in and they scout their absolute tail off. And now everybody's coming out of the woodworks after these preseason games that Aiden O'Connell has played in unbelievably well and said, by the way, if Aiden came out last year, he'd be a first-round pick. Roll the clip of Ian Rappaport talking about Aiden O'Connell, comparing him to Brock Purdy.
The next Tom Brady, the next Brock Purdy, which amazing that's in the same sentence, I would say Aiden O'Connell from Purdue. I don't know where he's going to get drafted. I don't think he's going to be a first-rounder, but Aiden O'Connell is someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you heard him right. Aiden O'Connell could be this year's Brock Purdy. This guy is big. He's strong. He's mobile. He moves in the pocket. He has zip that I haven't seen Derek Carr capable of. He puts it exactly where he needs to put it, and he knows where to go with the football. The thing that I'm watching Aiden O'Connell do more impressive than any rookie I've seen in the preseason so far, and they're all playing backups, not just him. They're all playing backups, is that Aiden knows exactly what to do in the given scenario. He might not hit every throw, but the decision-making that he's doing is second to none. And I'm not going to tell you it's a Brady-like find like everyone else is saying. All I'll tell you is this. We're going to be competitive this year. We're going to keep our heads above water. We're going to win 7 to 10 games. That's the sweet spot. Next year, we might get a little bit better or a little bit worse, depending on if Jimmy stays healthy. But in the third year of Aiden O'Connell. He's going to come in and he's going to change the trajectory of this franchise for better or for worse. If he comes in, Davante Adams will still have one more year left in his prime. We might have Josh Jacobs on an extension. Max Crosby will be going into his third contract. We're going to have guys in position like Jacoby Myers, who's still young, like Michael Mayer, who's still young. Still young, he's a rookie. Like Jacorian Bennett, who can come on and be a stud. Like Nate Hobbs. If these guys fully develop by Aiden O'Connell's first year starting, we could have something similar to Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter, where he absolutely takes the league by storm because the only film they had on him was the preseason games that he balled out in, where they were running vanilla offense, and we only relied on his brain and his arm strength. And the reason the 49ers were able to use such success having Brock Purdy is because nobody knew what they had except for the San Francisco 49ers. And that's because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch tricked everyone. The same way Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler pulled the wool over everybody's eyes, including Raider fans, and drafted Aiden O'Connell, a first-round talent, in the 4th round, with Jimmy to teach him the ways, the best stopgap quarterback who's proven to show that he does not care if there's a rookie below him. He's going to go out there, play as well as he can, and he'll teach the kiddo what to do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's my take on that whole situation. If you want to see more, subscribe. Drop likes, drop comments. Yeah. I'll see you next time, and I love you guys.